gonna be the gold lane for CG.
Do you pick up a pure marksman? I don't think you pick up a Nathan here because you are heavily relying on your meat damage. You're gonna go
Lunox
for
gold.
okay. Lunox gold, Eve, and Cho is gonna be on the mid side later on. Meanwhile, SRG-OG needs your gold lane right now.
Esmeralda, for sure.
What else is there? Esme, Xbox once again, but I don't think Xbox is good here because you are gonna facing off the Lunox. What else? Khalid. Lapu is banned. Okay, my bad.
I would say Esme. Even though there's a Lunox in the game, you have enough front lines to deal with the Lunox, especially with the the Arlet. The main problem. Oh wow!
Oh
Wow! Nice pull.
Dude got a cram cut. That's actually pretty good.
All he needs is a signature of Cram, and you kiss that away, keep it locked up, and sell it. If SRG-OG wins M7. Anyways, the last
Ranger.
pure marksman. All right.
Triple marksman comp. SRG-OG. Gonna be challenging CG on home ground basically. If you wanna play for late game, then so will we. Let's see whose scaling comes out on top.
Maybe the thought process was, all right, we see Lunox gold and Eve in the middle lane. For sure, this show's not gonna go damage, right? We can go Granger. Maybe that's the thought process for SRG-OG.
You are heavily relying on your late game potential with that triple marksman combination from the side of SRG-OG. We might see a very patient gameplay from SRG-OG, but then again, CG Esports noticing this as well. Will they be the one who wants to, initiate things off? But then again, they do have the Lunox on their own side. Yeah.
This is gonna be tough for both teams. Actually, it is. I would say, even in terms of the problems they give, this Eve is going to be problematic for the S16 and also the Arlet, but the Granger is going to have a fantastic time if the Cho decides to go tank. But I'm pretty sure if you're a CG, you just want to go full damage on that Cho and delete Innocent from this game.
You've got 3 marksmen on the board that you can go for as well. So let's see which direction Valens wants to lean towards. We're jumping into game number 3. The score is 1-1. Will it be the Giants or will it be the brand new challengers, the legends, CG Esports, that comes out on top?
Alright, ladies and gents, this is game number 3. Score is evens right now. Both of these teams have an equal amount of chances to qualify for M7 for the first slot for the Malaysian representative right now. CG Esports and also SRG going for a very similar lineup right now, but Yoms.
They do find a taunt on Valens, and Sky is poking him down hard. Valens down 10%. He will survive.
Yeah, getting punished for actually contesting that green camp from SRG-OG, which means SRG gets the mid lane prio once again. These small movements from CG, I think they're trying to attempt what SRG did to them in game number 1. But SRG-OG knows that play too well. Yumes is able to provide that support, even though the S16 is delayed for a bit. At least they get to the regain control of the mid lane once again when they force the Cho back. And I think it is going to be a damage show. We see a thrill on Valens, not full assassin by the way, but sort of the hybrid gold lane show fighter that we've been seeing quite lately. So there's still that flex route that Valens could go forward, go through with this game.
If let's say that is the case, then is it up to Valens to try his best to maneuver around, to find ways to get that Way of the Dragon off, to get that Jikundo off away up against the side of SRG-OG right now, who are sticking as a 4-man right now as the second minute approaches, and Turtle is going to spawn on this bot side.
Vietri gonna get stunned here. He's not level 4 yet, so he has to be careful. Sky's diving in with the Mountain Stalker. He's low, and the final slash finishes him off. First blood to Cram. Valens trying to challenge directly, but Derry comes in from the side. Punctures Cram to death.
Good punish coming out from SRG-OG, but even better is the punish that came out from CG. You took out the Uranus, but Gary got a kill, and they're still able to contest. Yumes though!
RWM locks in Yumes. He doesn't have his ult, so he goes down to Chiku. And that's already a lot of abilities used on both sides. Turtle is guys! With the retry timing, steals it away, and now Yetri is gonna bite the bullet. Cram goes in, final slash pushes Yetri aside, and Stormy picks him up.
I like this retribution battle from Skies as well as Gary. And now one moment it's gonna be Gary, another moment it's gonna be Skies. Skies is just not gonna walk away freely right there with that retribution timing. And so
Yeah.
far, CG, especially Chiku, noticing that okay, Yus does not have his AOG, does not have the revitalize. It's okay for me to open up the RWM and get a free kill towards Yus, but I think it's still A-okay for both teams because
Yeah.
it's not that big of a lead for SRG-OG.
Yeah, especially for the two junglers, right? Sakai and Gary both have what they both got what they wanted. Gary with the kill, even though he lost the retribution battle to Sakai's. I think the saddest guy on the map right now is the Uranus. The fact that you're losing as a Uranus against an Arlet is detrimental to the game plan.
Balance with the
CG.
flicker kick.
Whoa!
That's the kill. Instant burst from Antic, and Innocent is down.
All right, it's the chill factor
Oh,
for CG, even though Innocent is, holding his comfort here. Oh, however, he has
The
three.
opposite side lane looks like
Wow.
3 unfortunately going to be the target of vengeance for the Red Giants. That is third death of the game.
I mean, both of these teams are not giving us a moment of rest right now. One on the
Yeah.
top side, one on the bot side at the same time. But Valence is not going to stop right now.
Oh, nice dodge from Stormy. Traction Pulse was in Tiku, and they punish him for overextending. CG doesn't get anything out of that.
Oh, the Kais though, he's getting a lot of gold. There's a lot of gold from the shields on the tower, and they're able to actually take down this bottom side tower. Yes, this Uranus is not happy, man. This is the saddest Uranus we've seen in the playoffs.
Very unfortunate for the Uranus right now. 3 deaths as early as 4-minute mark. SRG-OG with a 1k lead. 4 kills in totality in comparison to CG right now. And talking about CG, Amzik, gotta be careful right now. No flicker as of yet. But Turtle is gonna be taken first by SRG-OG. CG, will they respond?
Cracker, final slash on the Tiku, forces out the defensive flicker as well. RWM comes out, Yum comes in from the side, two-man toss into the Traxxon Pulse. The back line is melted. Gary and Tiku are down. CG can no longer contest, but SRG wants more. AOG connects with Ye3, and they take him out as well.
Midnight, I feel sorry for Ye3 right now. It's not a fun game for Uranus, not
Yeah.
gonna lie, my man. 1 minute, 1 death, technically.
Yep. And SRG-OG again, the trio mid showed up. Oh, Balance!
They
Taken
caught
out
him.
in the mid lane. Again, this is the aggression that we expect from SRG-OG, the trio mid as well. Sakai's and Yums turning on that real world manipulation, saving Cram. Even though the attempt was nice, the final slash was met by an RWM. But Sakai's, instead of focusing on the turtle, he went for the Eve kill.
Yikes, Tiku goes down again, and they're just diving Gary Innocent with a killing spree, a 3k lead. When SRG has a triple marksman comp is not good news for CG. And they're not even letting Ye3 get away
He's dead.
again. He has to use the Purify, and he's just being chased down. He just barely gets away.
At this point on, but hold that thought, Valence trying to get a kill on Innocent.
And he's 1v4. He's gonna try and
Wow.
clear the wave. He does manage to survive and hold the tower.
Okay, at this point, right, I feel like it's a personal vengeance up against E3. Yep, you won with the Martis.
Yeah.
EXP lane. We're not gonna let you slide away with that. We're gonna try to aim you from the minute number 1, and we're not gonna let you go literally right now. But so far, SRG-OG, this feels like a game number 1 kind of comp, right? They go in very aggressively. They do have the initiation from Yums. They do have the traction pulse from Stormy and Scott with the Mountain Shocker at the same time. So they do have the tools to go on very aggressively in comparison to game number 2, where the tools are just not there for SRG-OG.
Yeah, again, it's just a matter of finding these creative angles, especially in the early game. Even though it was equal, like both teams were meeting each other at neutral objectives. The fact of the matter is, for SRG-OG, they had to be creative about how they approach this turtle fight. And one solution is to deal with the Uranus first. You kind of have to break the rules a little bit, and sort of like a Langa situation.
Yep.
For SRG-OG, you break this Uranus, now you're opening up the game wide open, so that plays are now available to you.
I mean, yeah, Ye3 can't withstand. He cannot withstand the damage output from the SRG-OG side. Looking at the level side as well, Ye3 level 8, Kram already level 10, and this is an EXP leaner kind of hero. You would opt to see Uranus at a very high level, but right now, it's very hard for him to sustain. And if Uranus cannot sustain, how can Valence set up for his team as of now?
Well, here comes the Mountain Shocker. They're gonna try and engage. Gary gonna be the first one caught. He has to dash away, but that means his skills are on cooldown now. Conceal comes out from Valence. SRG will definitely see him.
Valence!
Flickers in, goes for the kick on Skies, but gets cancelled! The final slash! Cram! Grabs the entire backline. CG are able to back off. RWM comes out. AOG gonna glide. They knock out Valence. He's still alive though. Yetri finally being able to tank in front for a bit. But unfortunately, Amze gets caught with the unbreakable. It's a shutdown for Innocent. It's a double kill for Innocent. It's a triple. But Cram is the one who gets the last one. SRG-OG come out on top.
All Yums need is just a flicker of a moment, a second of a moment for that EOG to drop, to be able to set things off for SRG-OG. And you did mention, Midnight, about these angles, and looking at the angles that Kramer went forward together with Innocent to get that last kill towards CG Esports.
Yeah, Valence, he had the right idea. He kicked the Eastern Shin. They almost took out the turtle. Unfortunately for Gary, there was some HP left, and Stormy was able to snipe off the turtle. And that final slash, brother, from Cram, he found a good angle. And when CG walked away, Yums did not let them walk away with the AOG. And again, Cram being in the front line, moving to pursue heroes on the side of CG with another set of final slash, is able to give kills to Innocent. Well, he did take one kill.
To be fair, I mean, with the Oracle as well as Medium Armor, it allows Cram to be more aggressive because he knows that he can sustain the damage output coming in from CG, where the damage output, hold that thought, Yums.
I got the kick on Yums. He is pretty tanky though. Looks like CG just not going to try and take him out here.
Yeah.
Not a good idea for you to follow up against Yums, who still had the EOG to just run away freely right there.
Yeah, Unbreakable, Revitalize, AOG. You don't even know where the Eastern Shin is, so maybe not a good idea to make chase for CG Esports. At this point, you're at the mercy of the vision being given to you by SRG. Only Gary could show in the map because he's a Lancelot, could do it. But in the next upcoming Lord fight, SRG, they have full control of the slow push. They also will have control of the river. Just look at Yums!
It's a very deep position from Yums right there. And able to scout things out, noticing that, okay, 3 members are there, and SRG-OG is going to react. They're not going to blitz the Lord, they're just going to wait things out, let the slow push building up on top side, as well as on the bot side.
Yes. Oh, Cram.
Oh, Cram finds final slash. Yetri is dead.
Yep.
He is isolated. And SRG not going to let that free morsel go to waste. Valence trying to provide vision in the absence of the Uranus, but they know they have to give this up.
Yeah, kind of like the question that Dean brought forward earlier. If you can't tank with the Uranus, how do you expect Valence to set up a play for you? Even with, I would say, even with damage show, this would not be possible. But now he even had to go for the tank route on the show. So now SRG-OG's main concern is the angles that CG finds, but Cram and Yums, they're just doing everything for them.
They got taunt on Valence. He gets the kick on Sky, sets him up in the RWM and actually ends up trading for it. That's pretty worth. Gary comes in from the flank, but that is probably going to be all that CG gets.
I was gonna be a bit hypercritical with Valence right there, who misses, I wouldn't say misses, the kick towards Yums, and it allowed Valence to be in a very, very tough position. But here, you trade your own life and getting the life of Skies. I think it's fair enough, that's a very, very good trade, but is it enough to stop this Lord push in the bot side?
I mean, to be fair, it was the Kais that dashed into the RWM, so SRG-OG maybe cleaned up the mistakes a little bit, but Gary?
Alright, SRG going to respect CG properly here. They know that trying to push in there would be very risky, and so CG will not take too much structural damage from that Lord.
Alright, 6.8k gold lead as we approach the 12-minute mark. It's not a full stacks yet for Innocent on the Sky Crystal, only 40 stacks as of now, but as the game progresses, yes, we know that Innocent might be able to get the full stack of Sky Crystal, but at the same time, CG does have the Lunok, who is a very scaling hero, but Valence is going to take some damage right now.
Wow, Trigger Discipline on Cram. He's trying to look for a different target here. He doesn't want to Cho, who could just potentially, dodge off the final slash. Maybe they want the Eve. Maybe they want Chiku to show up in the fight so that he can set up for the final slash. So the angle for the RWM is awkward. But to address the situation, SRG-OG, there is still a threat onto Innocent's life, especially with the burst coming out from Amzik and the kick that could come out from Valence. So I do think Innocent needs to build up, the immortalities, the winter crowns, even the rose gold for the Granger. But okay, the option is to go winter crown for the Granger.
Seems that way. The goal difference still very wide right now. A 7k goal lead for SRG, and we can see that Amzik Still needs a little while more, but at least he does have that Divine Glaive now. So as long as his positioning is okay, he should still be able to melt. We are looking at a triple marksman comp here. SRG are in a very comfortable position to slowly push in for this game.
Look at the itemization as well, being picked up by Humes as well as the Arlot from the side of Crab right now. It's going to be mostly defense item to allow them to sustain a bit more longer and to just time their skills to perfection, whether it be the AOG or the final slash at the same time. But CG, they do have their own strength in Amzik with the brilliance, with the chaos assault, but it's just a matter of timing. Are they able to get that timing right? Are they able to get the positioning right
Yeah.
to allow Amzik to use the burst that he has right now?
Yeah, not just that, but they also have to get the setup right, because now they have to deal with the Mountain Chakra coming out from Sekais. They see all 5 members of CG. They see Gary on the left side.
That is the value of the Yi Sun Shin every single time. They saw the flank coming before it even happened.
Wow.
40 minutes in, and it's such a quick Lord take. Nice wave the Dragon Kick onto Cram, but they're not able to finish him off. He misses the final slash. AOG cuts off CG as well. No casualties here.
That was such a cool attempt from the Arlet. He knew he was gonna flicker out. Threw a random final slash there. Maybe would have caught Amzik if Ludos was out of position, but it's cute plays coming out from SRG. CG, they were not able to stop that Lord take, even though the kick attempt was there from Balance. They did force out a flicker from Cam, but that was a fast AOG response coming out from Yubes.
I do have to agree, very fast response of AOG from Yums, and then at the same time the final slash would caught Amzik if it wasn't for the brilliance that was used by Amzik, but he did not waste any kind of flicker, so still flicker is still in hand to allow him to use the Chaos Assault combination to try and get kills or to try to kill off the minions. If not, the Lord itself that is going to be pushed on the bot side. SRG-OG will try their best to look to end the game, but most likely it's going to be the inhibited turret is the main target.
Well, oh, Lord's crashing in. Final Slash doesn't actually hit anyone. SRG just gonna use it to clear out the minion wave, and it doesn't look like they're too desperate to push in with this for now. Lord will go down to the Darkening. Another minion wave down mid. Cram is concealed, but he doesn't quite have Final Slash back up yet. Traction pulse does pull in Chiku. Forces out the flicker. Oh, here comes Valence from behind. He gets the kick on instant into the RWM. And now CG is full committing. Valence goes down first, but they find Stormy as well. The dive from Gary is thwarted though. Skies has too much damage. Brilliance going to be used. Cram jumps back in. Yetri trying to defend, but it's a triple kill for Skies. It's a monster kill for Innocent. And CG Esports has been wiped off the map. The crystal is wide open, and the Giants are now on match point.
What a kiting from SRG-OG. The way that maneuver around that fight. Yes, Innocent was caught first with the kick from the Cho, from Yums, but he held calm. He knows that I still have my flicker, I still have the AOG from Yums, so I'm just gonna chill, relax, I'm just gonna walk away. Then it forces Lancelot, it forces Gary to go in deep within the side of SRG-OG, but who knew it was just a trap for that Lancelot.
Yeah, it was a cover with the wind ground as well as SRG-OG marches forward. We're one game away from going to Jakarta, Indonesia for the M7 spot. Potentially even chasing the glory here for the championship. They're one win away from the grand finals as well.
One more win, one more point for SRG-OG. But as we all know, CG Esports won't go down without a fight. As we mentioned here in MPL MY, pantang mengalah. Alright, so they're not just gonna give it freely for the side of SRG-OG as game number 2 showcased us. So we shall see how well CG is gonna respond in game number 4. But game number 3, apart from the dominance of SRG-OG,